Hi, Mother of Kraken's cosplay here. Uh, I know this is going to be a touchy subject, but it involves 9/11. Everyone would have known what 9/11 is. Most experienced, well, not most, but all experienced it. Those who haven't wasn't even born yet. Those who don't remember were probably at the young age to not know, or their parents kept it secret from them. Uh, for me, I know bits and pieces because of my own memory, and my mom filled in the rest. This is basically my story out of millions of people who experienced 9/11. At this time, I had a family member up in New York in 2001. On September 11th, in the early mornings, me and my mom got up. It was before the towers and the Pentagon and the field were hit. Uh, Me and my mom, we were getting up, getting ready to go join my great-grandpa out in the living room. It was just peaceful and stuff like that. My mom took me a to my uncle's room, who was staying with us at the time, and he was somewhere, probably at work. Uh, my mom put me in his room because his room had a TV. She put on Sesame Street's any toddler show at that time, and as me and my mom were walking out towards the living room and stuff like that around 7, 8 in the morning, my great grandpa said the one of the towers had been hit, so my mom put me in my uncle's room to watch toddler shows. And I do remember hearing my great grandpa say the other tower had been hit. My mom went out to the living room where my great grandpa sleeps because he was around in his 70s, unable to walk, using a wheelchair, on oxygen. And my mom and great grandpa, which is my mom's mother, weird, complicated history, they watch as a plane hit the Pentagon. And they heard what happened in the field of Pennsylvania with Flight 93. Knowing that people died, around 3,408 people. Most of them were civilians. Those who worked in the Twin Towers, military personnel, regular Joe Smo, and people on those flights, just minding their own business and stuff like that. And these hijackers decided to hijack a plane, not just one, but 4 planes, and decided to say fuck America and to strike not only the Twin Towers but the Pentagon, and they were gonna hit the Capitol building, or better yet, the White House. It was either the White House or the Capitol building for the 4th and final flight. And the passengers of Flight 93 decided, fuck this, we are doing something. So they stormed the front where the hijackers put the plane in the field. It's hard to, me knowing this, but I hear my great grandpa say, oh, the towers had been hit, the Pentagon, the plane landing in the field. That's sparse memory that I have right now. And when my mom explained to me what truly happened, and knowing that we had a family member up in New York, my aunt, well, not my aunt, but my sister, my older sister, my mom's firstborn, and we couldn't get a hold of her. All the planes were grounded. Everyone couldn't get to their families. Those who were on ground couldn't get to their families in plane. In the 4 planes. It's devastating. Knowing that not only did we lose 3,000, like over 3,000 people from a very idiotic group of terrorists, and knowing that this idiotic terrorist group decided to say fuck you to the United States of America and decided to try and attack us on our own fucking soil, but forgetting that we had people from all across the world in the Twin Towers on that day. They not only fucked with us Americans, but they also fucked with everyone across the world who had family in the Twin Towers. Family that were on the planes. And knowing that they fucked up, they scarred us, that scar will never heal. And we still remember 9/11 to this day like it's a part of us, which it is. We still remember. We will never forget that day that hurt us, that made us feel vulnerable, that made us want to cry our heart out for those who we lost. And knowing that we'll never get them again. Thanks to that terrorist group, which I'm not going to name, even though I said idiotic terrorist group, they were well known. Even before ISIS, this group was well known, especially in the early 2000s. And now, we still remember. We never forget, and we will never forget that day that scarred us forever. We will never forget that day on September 11th of 2001. I know it's been over 22 years since 9/11. We still remember. That day we'll never forget.